Hey there! So today we have another review, and this is a beer from Stone. This is Double Bastard. I love that kind of like flip floppy do. Let's not try to shake the can, but I think it like goes both ways. And you got the right, like you get the black, white, and red, and then you got the black, white, right, like the whole to do. 10.5%. From understand, it is drink fresh or age at cellar temperature. Or whatever. We're drinking it. We're drinking it fresh. Relatively fresh. This was canned about 3 months ago, which is fine. Like it doesn't even have a Best Buy. You can actually age this guy. It's such a big beer, 10.5%. Larger version of Arrogant Bastard, which I've been loving, and I actually had a hard time finding this one, so I actually found the last 6-pack and pulled the can out of it at Total Wine, and I think the product's just gonna be gone. Huge shout out to the website, by the way. They actually it's so cool. Like you can look up Double Bastard, and they've obviously made this beer like a while back, or some amount of time back. But they're talking about this one, and like they'll literally post to you like, "Hey, this is the most recent batch of the beer." Cool. Funny thing is actually comparison to like Jack's Abbey. I just revealed their Pilsner, and there's literally no information on the website, and they have a video that was posted easily like 7-8 years ago. Because I remember watching that video, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're doing this new recipe for a pilsner." It's like, dude, this video is almost a decade old. Like, yeah. And they haven't changed the website at all. There's no new details. It's actually on the can that has new details, not on the website. Then again, geeks like me are the ones that go to websites for nonsense information to inform you guys and inform myself about the beer. Where's this brewed actually? Out of Richmond, Virginia. Wow. Okay, cool. So, big version of Arrogant Bastard, which I've reviewed for you guys probably 2-3 times in the last couple of years. So, been a huge fan of that one. So, yeah, tons of Special B, which is a malt that gives this beautiful kind of like color and flavor profile, but a really nice kind of like medium amber color, wonderful kind of like mahogany hues, just this like beautiful deep ruby color when you put it in the light. So really nice looking beer, wonderful clarity on that actually. Wonderful slightly light tan head. Okay, a lot going on. Soily, bitter. It's Chinook. It's got to be Chinook, right? So it's like dank, earthy, woodsy, very woodsy. A little bit of like soil character, some sweet malt, a little bit of like not quite towards molasses, but like this kind of like almost like maple syrup, dark caramel, like sugar syrup thing going on, like a caramel sauce. Also, a little bit of like candied fruit character, a little bit of like hawthorn fruit wafers, a little bit of red berry going on too. Yeah, that Special B is gonna give that. Like, I get like this light kind of like fresh date character. Fresh dates, yeah, for sure. Cheers. Oh, he's a big guy. Oh, okay. Okay. It's bitter. Okay, so first impression. Obviously, I need a side by side to really say anything pure, but the closest thing I could just immediately able to full blind guess this was Sierra Nevada Bigfoot. But it's definitely a different beer. But again, haven't had this beer in like for how long? I would just guess that was that beer. So we're talking about something like an American barley wine. We're talking about something that is big, soily, classic hop bitterness, pine, resin, marijuana, soil, sticky caramel malts, dark fruit, like boom, alcohol. Big bitterness, big rich caramel malt flavor. That Special B pushing on raisins, dried dates, fresh dates, plums almost. And then it plays so well with that kind of like sticky caramel sweetness, along with that classic kind of like, sometimes like weed can have this kind of like pretty, fruity flavors. This is like dirty. You know what it is? It's like what is it like blunt? Like I don't know, like the smell of a blunt. I don't know. Yeah, blunt flavors. I'm no expert in this stuff, by the way. So, but it's just like, right? Like it's got this like brown weed flavor. Sometimes like green, weed can come off green, can come off tropical, blah blah blah. Like all these like flavor profiles and all this other stuff I don't know about. But this is brown weed, like blunt papers, weed, smokiness, resin. And the playful thing here, it's this wonderful like fresh raspberry cherry fruit character that I love. I was getting that in the the Sierra Nevada box last year, not the Ruthless Rye, but the other one, whatever, the red IPA that was in there. You guys know, my memory's so bad. It's actually very good, but just not tonight. Wow. So it's like, whew, let's try again. Like, there's so much to say about this beer. Huge bitterness, big malt character, like pumpernickel, rye bread, big bitterness, soily, marijuana, red fruit all over, bitter as hell, dry. Like it's just like you can't stop with this guy. Like bold flavors everywhere. Oh, it's bitter, man. It's bitter. Just when you think it's too bitter, you find those really pretty malt and dark fruit characteristics in here, and red fruit characteristics. But then it's also just so bitter and so dry, and like it, like you're wishing you're like, it's 10.5%. Like I'm used to beer. Like I mean, generally, like today in 2024, how beers are made, like you're gonna have some balancing residual sweetness. Nah. This guy's like lean, bitter, punch in the face. Like this has to be one of the bitterest beers, like most bitter beers I can find on the market right now. Yeah. And I love that depth of like weed, resin, pine. It's just like boom, boom, boom. It just compounds you with flavor, and it wants to over dominate your palate with bitterness, but you just have to sort of settle into it. And again, like if you guys are like more experienced like IPA drinkers and sort of have a threshold to sort of be familiar with like more classic IPAs, those hazy IPAs these days, like you're not getting top bitterness on that one. But if you're okay with it, then you're gonna subtly, slowly reach into this and find those really nice complexities. And man, yeah, as much as I like the Arrogant Bastard, this is better. Like this is just like there's just so much, and I would definitely prefer to drink a 16-ounce can of Arrogant Bastard more consistently. But as an impression beer, this is just like it's like woof woof. You're right, like. Yeah. And the best part about this is that this is so much of not what I'm into. Like for, honestly, almost my entire craft beer experience. Like, this channel's been around for over 10 years, I want to say. For almost my entire experience, I hated this stuff. And to enjoy this stuff is really special. This is a really fun one. What am I going to give this guy? That's the crazy thing about this beer. You want to take sips of that because, like, if I take a gulp, I'm worried about the bitterness, and that's a fun thing about this beer. It's like I'm gonna punch you with alcohol and bitterness. Which one do you want? And you're gonna get both, and then also you're also gonna enjoy it too because you get those other complexities in the flavor of the beer. Like it is a double bastard. It just wants to like, and my palate is going on experience right now. I'm like getting high on it because I'm like, it's like, you ready for another one? Fun beers like this just like rarely exist, right? Like it's just like I wish more beers like this were made, but thankfully they're like they don't need a lot because this kind of stuff doesn't sell. But this definitely needs a rating. Let's go with a solid 97. 97. That is just fun. It's just so fun. Like it's not something you want to have every night, but it's just so much impression and such a time machine of a beer. It's just fun. Like it just like the double bastard part is true. Like it's a bastard of a beer. Like it wants to punch you with the marijuana, punch you with alcohol, punch you with bitterness. But then you're gonna find these really nice kind of malt characteristics and really nice pretty fruit flavors in there, and you can find those. And until next time, cheers later.